Hello, Still Academy. Mrs. Malden here. We are on Wednesday, April 22nd, and I am going to do the story retell with you guys. And we're going to go over our vocab words first. Okay, so let's do our first vocab word for today. Last day, too. Afford. To have enough money to pay for. Afford. So if you can afford a candy bar, or you can afford a paintbrush, or you can afford a snack, different things. It means have enough money for. Afford. Then we have marvelous. It is a wonderful and great. Marvelous. That was a marvelous play that we just saw. That was a marvelous supper we just ate. Marvelous. Original. It is a new and has never been done before. Original. Like that is the original story to the Grouchy Ladybug, or that is the original story to the Magic Paintbrush. Original. Creative. Who has many imaginative ideas. Creative. That was a very creative story. That was a very creative picture that she drew there. Creative. Shrewd. We don't really hear this word anymore. Shrewd. Smart and clever. It means you're smart and you're clever. You think of good ideas. You come up with good ideas. Shrewd. That was a very smart and clever boy. That was a very smart and clever little girl. Shrewd. Talent. A special ability to do something. Talent. You have a talent of painting. You have a talent for dancing. Talent. Something that you can do very special. Talent. Okay. Now we're going to go over our story retell of the Magic Paintbrush. Okay. All right, yesterday we talked about card 1. This was where he was painting and stuff. So I want to know, what is my Lang's special talent and what does he use to draw with? So you can turn it off and talk with Mom and Dad about what his special talent was and what he used to draw with. Okay, so you could pause it for a little bit. And then we are going to talk about, so what my Lang's special talent was that he liked to paint. He liked to draw, and he drew very great pictures. What does he use to draw with? He used a stick or something that he found laying outside in the forest or in the woods. It was usually a stick or something that he could draw with. Okay? All right. Now we're going to go to card 2. Okay. What does the wise woman give my Lang? And what does she tell him about the paintbrush? Go ahead and turn it off here and talk with Mom and Dad about it. So, what does the wise woman give my Lang? Do you remember what she gave him? It was a paintbrush. Right, it was a paintbrush. And it wasn't just any paintbrush. It was a magic paintbrush, huh? So then what did she tell him about the paintbrush? What did she tell him? That paintbrush was very powerful and to be wise when he was using it, huh? So to be wise when he was using the paintbrush because it was powerful. Okay. And then number 3 card. All right. So what does my Lang do with his paintbrush? And what happens when my Lang paints a donkey? What other pictures does he paint? Okay, so you can turn it off for a little bit and talk about this while I hold your card up. And then we're going to talk about, what does my Lang do with his paintbrush? So what does he do with it? He goes right out and he paints something, right? Okay, so he paints a donkey, right? Okay, and then what happens when my Lang paints that donkey? What happens? It comes to life. It steps right out of the drawing, the painting, and it comes to life, right? So then What other pictures does he paint? Do you remember some of the other pictures that he painted? He painted one for the emperor, and he painted some other ones for the town people too, that he helped them get stuff, you know, like some animals and some food and some water, right? He painted a bunch of pictures to help the townspeople. Okay. Now, card 4. What does the emperor want, and how does my Lang trick the emperor? So do you remember what the emperor wanted? Go ahead and turn it off and pause it for a little bit. Okay, so the emperor wanted him to paint him what? A mountain of gold, huh? He was greedy, and my Lang knew that. So he was a shrewd boy. He was smart and clever. So he's going to come up with a plan to trick the emperor and what he was wanting him to do. So he painted the mountain of gold, and then the emperor said, paint me a ship so we can sail away onto that. So he went ahead and he's painting that ship, right? He's painting the ship. And so the soldiers and the emperor get on it, right? And then my Lang tricks him, and they paint him storm clouds and lightning, and that keeps sailing off into the distance, and pretty soon the ship is never seen again. So he tricked the emperor, and he was greedy. He was being greedy. Okay, so good job with the story there. Okay, now boys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to read our story, our sight word book. Remember from yesterday, this will be the last day we read it. And then next week, we're going to go ahead and we'll probably read this one more week for a couple days, because there's only a couple days in next week. But I want you to keep practicing, because then on April 30th, you'll get a new packet of work, and it'll have 4 stories in it again and 2 sight word books in it again. And you'll have all new stories and all new vocab words to go over. And then you'll also get some new sight words in those books. Okay, so I think you have 3 next month that you'll be learning. Okay, so last day for this, we'll go over it next week a couple times. Okay, where are we? Okay, you say it. Where are we? Okay, where are we? We are on a farm. We are on a farm. Okay. Where are we? Where are we? We are at a zoo. We are at a zoo. Okay. See, where are we? Where are we? We are in a forest. We are in a forest. Where are we? Where are we? We are at the ocean. We are at the ocean. Okay. Where are we? Where are we? We are in the desert. We are in the desert. Where are we? Where are we? We are at the pond. We are at a pond. Where are we? Where are we? We are in a pet store. We are in a pet store. Okay, so next week I was just thinking maybe we'll go over both books real quick. reading the sight words off that you have. I'll have to find my other book, but I know I have it. So next week we'll go over the other book of this and we'll read both of them, okay? And we'll have a video up of both of the sight word books that we've gone over this whole month, okay? So we'll review the sight word books, okay? All right, you guys have a good night, and I will see you on Monday, April, I'm not sure what date that is. Let's see here, Monday, April 27th, and we'll review the books on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of the sight word books that you have okay? So I will see you Monday, April 27th. You guys have a great weekend and stay healthy and stay safe.